Good evening. In the news for tonight. His Majesty King Abdullah chairs a National Security Council meeting covering latest developments in Syria. Jordan refutes claims by a Wall Street Journal report advising the Syrian president to leave his country and form a government from exile. Syrian opposition forces accelerate their advance to within 20 kilometers of Damascus. Those were the headlines, and now for the news in detail. His Majesty King Abdullah II chaired a National Security Council meeting which covered the latest regional developments, especially the situation in Syria. The meeting covered the Jordanian Armed Forces Arab Army's efforts to safeguard national security and the kingdom's borders, including the necessary steps taken to secure the northern border. The meeting also covered efforts by the relevant state institutions to ensure the security of Jordanians in Syria, as well as measures to enable the return of Jordanian citizens and trucks to Jordan after the Ministry of Interior's decision to close the Jabed border crossing with Syria. Discussions touched on the latest developments related to the war on Gaza and means to end it, as well as Jordan's efforts to bolster the flow of aid to the Strip through all available means. The Jordanian embassy in Washington, D.C. has denied as baseless a Wall Street Journal's report claiming that Jordanian officials have advised Syrian President Bashar al-Assad to leave his conflict-hit country and form a government from exile. In a statement, the embassy said the allegations published in the Wall Street Journal titled Syrian Rebels Lightning Offensive Zeroes In on Major City by Isabel Coles are completely unfounded and entirely false. The embassy said it regrets that such a reputable media outlet would publish unverified and misleading information without proper fact-finding. In light of the recent developments in Syria, Interior Minister Mazen al-Faraya decided to close the Jabir crossing, the only border post with Syria, which has been witnessing renewed fighting between the Syrian army and opposition forces. The minister said that the Jabir crossing will remain partially operating to receive Jordanians returning from Syria, while no passenger and cargo movement will be allowed from Jordan into Syria. The Foreign Ministry has called on Jordanians in Syria to immediately leave the country in light of the deteriorating security situation. Ministry spokesperson Sufyan Liqda said a crisis cell has been formed to evacuate Jordanians from Syria and ensure their return to the kingdom. On the ground, the Syrian army announced it has carried out a redeployment in the southern provinces of Daraa and Suwaida. This came a day after the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said government forces have lost control of most of Daraa province. Meanwhile, Syrian opposition forces said they took control of the city of Al-Qanitra in the Syrian Golan near the border with Israel. In the Gaza Strip, the Health Ministry said Israeli attacks across the enclave have killed 52 Palestinians and wounded 142 others in the last 24 hours. The ministry added that the Palestinian death toll from the ongoing Israeli aggression on Gaza has risen to more than 44,600 people, while the number of the wounded climbed to nearly 106,000. That's the end of our news for tonight. Thank you for watching.